You guys ready for day 74? Let's go! What's up, guys? I am Michael McAnally, and this is Leo the Hiking Dog. For the last year, we have been planning and preparing for this thru-hike of the Appalachian Trail. Thank you for joining our adventure. If you are enjoying the journey, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We would be super thankful. All right, guys, day 74. We're going to try this again with a new pair of shoes. We're back out on trail a little bit later than I wanted. It's 11 o'clock, but had to work out all the details and get my shuttle driver to talk her into mailing a box home for me, because I had those $150 shoes. Come here, Leo. I gotta get your thing. There you go. So, I had those $150 shoes, and they're fantastic shoes. They're just not real good for hiking. So I'm hoping that these Terra Venture 4s are going to be the answer to hold me over until I get my until the Pursuit 2s release. Now those Pursuit 2s release in like a couple weeks. I'll already be through the rocks then, but so we'll see. Like I said, I have high hopes for these shoes compared to the last ones. I made the mistake. This was not a shoe company problem. This was a Michael McAnally choosing what I thought was going to be more comfortable by getting a higher stack height on my shoe. But it was definitely a running shoe, and it's not advertised as a hiking shoe. Doesn't have a rock plate, doesn't have any of the features of a hiking shoe. So it was kind of my fault that I made that choice. Other people have told me they have hiked in those and enjoyed them. However, I was not enjoying it. And that's just maybe because my feet are extra sensitive right now from all of the use. So, all right, but we're going to shoot for 18 miles today, even though we're getting such a late start. We are going to the shelters. There's two shelters. They have an area there. I got to look up the name. I'll give you guys the name in a little bit. But there's a snoring and a non-snoring shelter. So thankful for that, because I will be sleeping in the non-snoring shelter tonight, and we'll just see who we run across. We only wound up finishing, I think, 13.7 miles yesterday. Tyler got to the doctor, and he got his medicine, and he's out there trying to get some miles back today, and so we're going to see if we can sync back up or not. It's hard to sync up with somebody else's schedule out here on trail, because I'm not going to stop my schedule and he's not going to stop his schedule. So we'll figure it out, though. It'd be cool if we can. If we can't, then that's okay too. We're just going to keep going north, both of us. All right, we're back on trail right now. That was a little blue blaze trail to get to the main trail from the parking lot. So we're officially back on trail. All right, so we got about 3 days to get, about 2.5 days to get to Duncannon, which is like the unofficial, or I mean the official halfway point, and I'm super excited about that. Definitely will be doing the half-gallon challenge, and then I've got some subscribers that have reached out to me. They've got a couple different options for a place to stay, so we're going to take advantage of that as well. And all right, Leo's trying to pull me down the trail, so we're going to get to hiking. All right, just a couple miles in now. I tell you what, I am thankful I made the shoe choice, got off and made the shoe switch when I did, because it's a huge difference. Huge difference. Oh, look at this beautiful meadow. I've already done a few of the like rock scrambles and stuff, and not having to like worry about every little foot placement, having not to worry about my ankle possibly getting twisted. My foot is a lot more stable in this Terra Venture than it was in the Ultra Venture. So same shoe manufacturer, just poor choice of shoe on my behalf. Trying to pick a running shoe just because it would have a little bit more cushion. It's made for running. It's not made for what I was doing with it, and that's very evident now, because this one has a rock plate in it. The shoe's upper is a little bit more stable around my foot, so my foot doesn't feel like it's going to twist and turn when I step on stuff incorrectly. And then the feeling of stepping on a rock didn't just like make me want to wince every single time. And that's where I was at after leaving Harper's Ferry. I was trying to tough it up for a couple days, figuring maybe I just needed to get, back to the grind. And but it definitely, shoe choice is huge out here. So even though we cut our day short yesterday, it was very productive. Again, thank you to Kimberly, who brought me the shoes from Harper's Ferry. So nice of you, and so nice to meet you. I have people that reach out to me all the time and ask me if they can help me with this, that, or the other. And a lot of times I say thank you very much, I've got it covered. But in this case, it was so nice to have somebody that had just reached out to me and asked, hey, if you need a ride or anything like that, just let me know. And reach out to them, and them saying absolutely and helping me was huge. Not having to have a car and having no outfitter anywhere near me. My shoe choice replacement was limited, or I would have to sit still while I ordered something for a couple days and wait for it to ship to me, like Amazon Prime, like I normally do, or like ship it ahead of me and just suck it up and walk in shoes that hurt my feet for a couple days while I can get to the next location while I ship it ahead. So, but everything worked out the way it was supposed to, and the rain has stopped. It rained all the way up till about 11 o'clock this morning, right when I was getting on trail. And now here we are out on trail. It's a beautiful meadow. Post-rain, mist and fog everywhere, and just enjoying a beautiful hike. It's not going to be a difficult day today, so the 18 miles should be able to get done somewhere between 5 and 6 o'clock. So, all right, we're going to keep getting these miles in, and I just wanted to give you guys that update about my shoes, and that I'm so glad that I made this choice. So, oh, and Tyler should be able to catch up with us eventually. He's back on trail doing some miles today. So. Yay, we have a view. I have to climb up to it off of this little side trail blue blaze, but let me show you guys. It's gonna be awesome. Beautiful little area that is like a sea of ferns. I wanted to show it to you guys because it is gorgeous. guys, we are coming up on the High Rock Overlook. Now this is going to be our last view in Maryland. Why? Because the Maryland border is about 4 miles from here. So yeah, this is going to be our last view in Maryland. Maryland is a rather short state. That's the reason why it's a part of the 4-state challenge. We did a different challenge. I think we tried to see how long we could stay in Maryland. we did the 4-day challenge to see if we could stay in West Virginia and Maryland for as long as possible. But that's just kind of the way that things worked out. But anyway, we're coming up on the Overlook, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. I will warn you as we get up there, this is the one that is covered in graffiti. So not my kind of rocks, but I guess if they allow it, then it is what it is. I don't get it. Such a beautiful overlook, and yet everything here is covered in graffiti, including plants and trees, and just, I don't know. I don't know why they would allow it. I don't know how to stop it, but I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's cool at all. Alright, we're heading back the trail away from all this stuff, and we'll be leaving Maryland behind very soon. Alright, we have reached Penmar Park, which is like our last stop here in Maryland. We're about 0.4 miles from the border, and so I just wanted to show you guys there's a beautiful view here and an amazing park back here behind me. So we've got pavilions. They've got playgrounds, restrooms. There's also fresh running water here, so if you need to fill up, it'd be a great place to stop. Beautiful little park. We don't really need much here, so we're gonna stop to use the restroom, and we're gonna head out and keep pushing these miles. And we got eight more miles to do today. Since we started so late today, we're probably gonna get in late tonight, but that's okay. I don't mind a little late hike. We haven't done one of those in a while, so we're gonna keep on hiking. All right, that view one more time. Beautiful view. All right, guys, I told you we were really close, and here we are. Welcome to Pennsylvania. We are leaving Maryland. 6 states down, 7 states to go. All right, we got about 8 more miles to do today, so we're going to go ahead and knock these miles out and see if we can't get to the shelter early tonight. There's another shelter before that, so we'll see where I'm at, but I think we're going to probably push on to the other shelter. These miles are easy. All right, we'll update you guys in a bit. All right, let's do a little reflection on Maryland. We didn't spend much time there, but the thing I think I loved the most was the views of the river, the little cliffs with the views of the river. It would have been nice to see, what was that thing, Annapolis Rock, but it was all socked in that day, so that could have been a beautiful view. I'll have to look that one up and see if that was worth going back for. But the worst thing about Maryland, probably that graffiti. Them allowing that graffiti at that point, the High Point rocks, it's trickled back into the woods, and so people are now spray painting trees and plants, and just it completely unnecessary. And I mean, Maryland, I don't know why you would allow that. That doesn't make any sense to me. I've seen that in one other place, and I just really don't like when they allow them to paint graffiti on rocks and there's no punishment for it. And
I mean, it almost seemed to be encouraged. And like I said, now it floated away from the rocks and then back into the woods and on the trees and on the leaves. And literally they were painting plants and stumps, and it just didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, so those are the things I would have to say about Maryland. All right, first impressions of Pennsylvania. It's kind of beautiful. I mean, I'm enjoying the first section here. I mean, we got a little bit of ups and downs coming into Pennsylvania. I haven't seen shelters yet. Also the Maryland shelters, very, very well maintained, beautiful shelters. So I'll definitely give them that. They're definitely taking care of their small part of the trail with a lot of pride. So that's an amazing thing to see. All right, well, we're gonna get these Pennsylvania miles in now, and still try to make it to that shelter. I really want to get to that shelter with the snoring side and the non-snoring side tonight. So there's another shelter between here and there, but I think I'm gonna push and just do a late night hike. I'm not going fast by any means today, guys. I'm trying to break in these new shoes. I'm trying to break in my second pair of shoes in 4 days. So breaking in shoes is one of those processes that you want to take your time a little bit, and make sure that your feet adjust and the shoe starts to adjust and all those things. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to push real fast with these brand new shoes on, and I want to break them in. So yeah, so we're gonna, just like I said, we've been taking a nice easy 2.5 mile an hour pace, nothing fast at all. And coming down out of Maryland, coming down off those high rocks, man, there was a really rocky section there, and since we've had rain for the last 2 days, it was pretty slick. So I had to really watch my step as to not fall and hurt myself. So all right, we're gonna keep pushing these miles. I'll get back with you guys in a little bit. We made it to our first shelter here in Pennsylvania. It's not the one we're going to stay at tonight, but we're going to take a peek at it anyway. We got the privies right over here, and then we got two shelters over here. This is a deer lick shelter. Two small shelters. We got a picnic table, springs up the hill, fireplace out front. Somebody's drying their stuff out.
Hello.
What's up, guys? How are you?
Yeah, I can move my tent.
No, you're all good. You are all good. I'm moving on to the next shelter. I was just doing some YouTubing and showing people what they look like. So, there you go. Smaller shelter there. All right, those shelters weren't bad. They reminded me of the Georgia shelters. It's kind of nice that they have two shelters at one spot, but that way you can sleep. Like what, 5 people per shelter. 5 people per shelter. Somebody commented on one of my videos that I only talked about people sleeping in the shelter in the male sense, as if females cannot sleep in shelters. But so yeah, I would say 5-man shelter or something like that. It's a 5-person shelter. But anyway, pretty nice shelters. New guy there that I haven't met before. His name is Oatmeal. The cool thing about, I guess, stopping for 4 days in Harpers Ferry, and I'm going to meet a lot of people that I haven't met before, or I'm going to meet a lot of people that I've already passed before. So one or the other. Either way, it's just cool to meet new people. So we're going to keep on pushing and go ahead and get to this next shelter. It's weird that these shelters are a little less than 4 miles apart. I mean, that's a little weird to me, but I mean, I didn't build them. All right, so we're gonna keep on pushing and get to the next shelter. I want to get there with a little bit of light so that I can show you guys around, because it's supposed to be a nicer one. Alright guys, we are about 1 mile from the shelter. It's a little after 7 o'clock. We'll get there around 7:30ish, if not a little less, maybe 7:20, depending upon how this trail goes. But should have enough light to be able to show you everything. If I can't show it to you tonight, no, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna show it to you tonight. So hopefully not everybody's climbed up in their sleep systems and won't be interrupting anybody. We still do have to eat and got all of our stuff set up. So I'll do a quick tour as soon as I get there. And yeah, we're almost there. So I'm gonna push this last mile and I'll see you at the shelter. Alright guys, we made it to the Tumbling Run shelter. Let me show you guys this shelter. It's pretty nice. So, got a little fire pit over here with a seating area here. Alright, and you come up here. You got your bear hang over there. How you doing? And then you got your snoring side and your non-snoring side. So, you got non-snoring over here, which is where I'm going to be, and then you're set up in the snoring side, so you snore, right? Okay, so we got a snorer over here, so I will be over there sleeping quietly and he can sleep loud over here. Beautiful pavilion. You got 2 tables here. Man, this is nice. Looks like somebody's having a romantic dinner. There's a rose up there. A couple tarps set back over there. Yeah, so here we are. All right, so I've got to get all my stuff set up, and I've got to feed Leo and feed myself. So we're going to get started on that, and then we're going to climb in the shelter. All right, guys, we got everything set up here in the shelter, and we're about to hit the hay. So we're going to see you guys tomorrow.